Peace, fam. This is Brother Harold from HawkTheHerald.com, back with another reaction video. Once again, remember to please like, subscribe, and also share. I'd like to start off by asking, what is going on around the world today? What is going on in this country? Seems to be a lot of dissatisfaction all across the world, all throughout the world, in every government. From calamity after calamity, earthquakes, storms, floods, fires. The Most High Elijah Muhammad is taught by the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan warned us. Warned the world, warned America what would happen, what would take place. We're now experiencing these things, or we've been experiencing, now they're increasing. One after another. Where's America headed? Where's the world headed? What is the ramifications of everything that is going on right now? The Most High Elijah Muhammad in his book, The Fall of America, said America would lose her friendships and her position in the world, and those things are taking place right now. They're happening. The minister has been speaking and talking for decades. We're seeing these things take place. They're happening. People don't know what to do. People are losing jobs. The economy is collapsing right before our very eyes. The cost of living is going up. Inflation. What happens when America completely loses her place in the world and her friendships? How's America going to sustain itself and survive? How? The land, the soil in America has been polluted. Companies and corporations like Monsanto has contaminated the land with its, contaminated, genetically modified seeds. The farmers are losing their money, losing their land, losing their crops. How's America going to survive? What is America going to look like in the next few years? There's people who still believe and have hope that this current administration, what they're doing is necessary. And the thing is, by the time people realize the effects, it's going to be too late. You'll be suffering the consequences. You'll be like the proverbial frog. With the frog who didn't realize that the temperature in the water was rising, just kept adjusting itself as the temperature increased. Instead of jumping out the water, just adjusted to the temperature of the water. And before it realized that the water was heating up and was boiling, it was too late. Is that what most of us are going to experience now? Just people are doing just that. They're just adjusting, they're just bracing, thinking that what has happened is for the better. There's people that are so blind and oblivious, think that what is going on is for their betterment. Not even realizes that it's bringing on the destruction of this country. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said in his monumental lecture, the criterion is that Trump would send America to hell in a rocket ship. And that he's doing. See, the minister would not be made out to be a liar. We're seeing these things. So for those of us, are we still going to put our hope in this system? Or are we going to seek real answers? That's not going to come from any administration. But to that voice that has been among us for these decades, that voice crying in the wilderness. You can't continue to rely on this system and this political system. This political system is failed. No administration can undo what is being done. And with that, go ahead and get into this video.
During the Second World War, American soldiers were stationed in Italy. They craved coffee, but the local espresso was too strong. It was bitter for their palates. So these soldiers came up with a hack. They would dilute it with hot water. The new drink was milder and similar to the coffee that they drank back at home. This became known as Caffè Americano, or the Americano coffee that we know today. It's available all over the world, but not in Canada. After Trump's tariffs, they've given the Americano a new name. It's now the Canadiano.
It's been a really interesting kind of shift to have more people ordering a Canadiano, making a point to say Canadiano. I think the reception has in general been very positive.
I don't usually drink Americano coffee, but I just saw it on the board and I went, hey, this is something that's cool, and I'm going to support Canada and have a Canadiano.
Shows you the effects that Trump's tariffs have had. At first, the signs were subtle. A Danish grocery store displaying a sign that says, "Buy local." A French boutique quietly swapping out Levi's jeans. Canadian markets removing American bourbon from their shelves and renaming the Americano coffee. Then the hashtags emerged. Boycott USA, boycott American goods, buy made in America. And before you could blink, there's a full-scale boycott. Tesla, Coca-Cola, Pringles, McDonald's, even good old Netflix. American goods are suddenly the ultimate taboo. They're off the shelves, and they're off people's shopping and wish lists.
Year, the LCBO sells nearly $1 billion worth of U.S. wine, beer, cider, seltzers, and spirits, including more than 3,600 products from 35 states. As of today, every single one of these products is off the shelves.
The latest country to join is Denmark. It controls Greenland. Trump wants to take over the territory, Greenland, and that has sparked a lot of anger. Supermarkets in Denmark are promoting homegrown goods. There are apps for customers. Ironically, a lot of them American apps. They can find out where the produce originates. Facebook groups have come up. They offer tips on how to avoid US goods.
Well, people has been wanting to buy European goods. Obviously, with geopolitics going on at the moment, I guess you can guess yourself why. Basically, we want to sell products from all over the world, but of course, we at the same time want to help our customers as much as possible. And here, the specific ask from a lot of customers has been, we would like to buy European goods, and therefore we are now helping them with guiding them in the store with a black star.
On Google, which is also American, boycott USA is a top trend. And leading this trend are 5 countries: Denmark, Canada, France, Switzerland, and Sweden. Last month, there was a survey in Canada. People were asked about US goods. 85% planned to replace them. Many
Thought it was funny. She had to put emphasis on that. Google, which is also American,
said they'd already done so. So the sentiment is the same everywhere, and this is impacting American goods and brands, especially Tesla. That's the company of Trump's first buddy, Elon Musk. Tomorrow, Tesla is set to release its quarterly report, essentially its sales numbers, and investors are bracing for a dip. The forecast is between 355,000 to 360,000 models sold, which is a 7% dip from the same period last year. In Europe, Tesla sales have dropped by 49% in the first 2 months of this year. This is despite the electric vehicle market growing. Tesla stores are also being vandalized in many countries. The signs are not good, and at the center of all of it is one man, Donald Trump. His trade wars were supposed to strengthen American manufacturing, but they mostly triggered retaliatory tariffs and international resentment. Trump, of course, is undeterred, but can America afford this war? This is not the first time the world has weaponized its wallets. Boycotts have long existed. They show how consumer activism can cause real change. At the same time, not all boycotts stick. So can Boycott USA push Trump to change his policy? I guess that depends on how long consumers hold the line. Right now, American businesses are feeling the pinch. Their challenge is clear. They must adapt or suffer the consequences. So some will rebrand, others will double down on domestic markets, banking on the idea that international resentment will fade.
Well, certainly we're very concerned about the tariffs, increased costs that are already going to be tapping into already tight margins, and certainly the impact on our customers. Who's going to pay $75 for what was a $25 bottle of wine?
The biggest takeaway? Consumers are more politically engaged than ever. This is a world where your shopping cart can be a political statement. So brands are under scrutiny like never before. And if this boycott continues to gain traction, US businesses might have to face a sobering reality. Sometimes the biggest trade war is not fought with tariffs. It is fought in the checkout aisle.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all caught that, how she mentioned Elon Musk. She introduced him as Trump's first buddy. Play on words. But anyways, give me your thoughts and comments. Tell me what you think about the conditions, the state of what America's in right now in the world. Give me your thoughts and comments. Tell me how you see things and about any agreement about what I said in the beginning of this video or before this video. Just tell me your thoughts. Share your opinions. And once again, remember to please like, subscribe, and also share. Peace.